It was a cold night in June. I had boarded a train to East End on what seemed to be just another normal night like any other. In all the world, on all the nights, on all the trains, I had to get this one. What was that? Oh my God, he's been murdered. The latch to the suitcase is busted open. Seems like whoever got in didn't have a key, not like it slowed them down any. My guess is, whoever killed this man did so to get at whatever was inside. Victim died from a gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, that'd do it all right. Now, the questions become, where's the gun, and who pulled the trigger? The victim's wallet has been cleaned out. Typical indicator the killer was motivated by greed.
I'm pretty sure I saw Dennehy carrying a pipe before we got on board. I could hear Topan and Mr. Duval really going at it earlier. Not sure what they were arguing over, but it seemed intense. That's all I got, Inspector.
I saw Bundy walking around with a knife earlier. I thought I heard Bundy and Mr. Duval arguing earlier. It sounded pretty heated. I wish I could tell you more, Inspector.
What did I see? Well, I guess I remember Miss Fisher walking around with a rope earlier.
I'm quite certain I witnessed Dennehy gallivanting about with a pipe earlier. I witnessed Ramsey staring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. I'm afraid I cannot say for certain. My apologies, Inspector.
I'm certain I saw Kemper waving around a rope earlier. I remember Gacy glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. Hey, if I knew more, Inspector, I'd tell you.
I think I heard Miss Fisher and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. It sounded like they were pretty mad at each other. A lot of the time, even the most careful killers make a mistake. Even bloodless killings tend to leave a faint trail of the red stuff behind.
I saw Bundy walking around with a knife earlier.
I saw Gacy walking around with a pipe earlier. I noticed Dennehy watching Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. I noticed Dennehy watching Mr. Duval's briefcase as we boarded earlier. I saw Gacy walking around with a pipe earlier. That's all I know.
Victim died from a gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, that'd do it all right. Now, the questions become, where's the gun, and who pulled the trigger? I noticed Doss wandering around with a pipe earlier. I could hear Fisher and Mr. Duval shouting over something earlier. They were quite loud about the whole affair. Given how the other passengers have a tendency to pry into one another's affairs, well, it would be advisable to ask around to see what they know. I think I saw Fisher brandishing a rope earlier. I believe I heard Topon and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. They seemed pretty angry with each other. If I knew more, Inspector, I would tell you.
Well, I can recall seeing Dennehy holding a pipe earlier. I saw Kemper glaring at Mr. Duval's briefcase before back at the train station. It would probably be in the killer's best interest to pretend like they didn't know as much as they do. Might be something to consider, Inspector.
I believe I saw Berkowitz walking around with a pipe earlier. I could hear Topon and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. It seemed pretty intense. I'd tell you more if I knew more, Inspector.
I believe I saw Gacy waving around a pipe earlier. I witnessed Bundy and Mr. Duval fighting about something earlier. They seemed pretty angry with each other. Circumstantial clues mean nothing without hard evidence to back it up. If you want to formally accuse a suspect, you must first locate the murder weapon.
Victim died from a gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, that'd do it all right. Now, the questions become, where's the gun, and who pulled the trigger? The latch to the suitcase is busted open. Seems like whoever got in didn't have a key, not like it slowed them down any. My guess is, whoever killed this man did so to get at whatever was inside. Damn. Should have looked for more clues. Well, better luck next time.